Welcome back to the Conversation Cold Ones podcast. I'm your host, Damien, with my co-host, Jarod.
Hey, what's up?
And it's episode 20. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Speaking of which, why did we do an intro when we're supposed to have one that's done already?
Oh, so yeah, you guys just heard our musical intro. But it's still common courtesy to announce who we are and who they are listening to. People, they're so uncivilized nowadays.
Oh, yeah, that's what that is. I thought maybe
you just heard our new intro made by Connor, who is an associate of mine, and he also made an outro for us. And then at the end of this, you'll hear an outro from us explaining about what you people should do to support these guys. So Stay tuned for that one. So this episode, sorry, we are talking about It Chapter 2, Post Malone's album, Gears of War 5, Gears 5, sorry. And
it's still called Gears of War 5. You weren't wrong.
No, it's actually just called Gears 5.
Oh, okay.
It's not called Gears of War. And we'll be finishing off with what we've been playing and what's coming in the future. So, First off, Jared, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine, except that I forgot to grab stuff at the grocery store, so I have to go back.
You seem very irritated right now.
Very irritated about that. So, anyways, let's get right into it.
If you will.
I am the only one that prepares for you guys, so I am the only one that saw It Chapter 2 so that I could do a review for you people, unlike some other people in this chat who don't respect you people enough to go and spend money to go and see It Chapter 2. But it's okay.
It's not that I don't respect anyone else enough, it's just I respect myself enough to not put myself into a garbage situation like having to watch It Chapter 2.
It's not garbage.
I don't know,
it was
man.
Just disappointing.
When you texted me your first thoughts, I was like, yeah, it's pretty much along the lines of what I was expecting.
Yeah, so first thoughts, let's just say coming out of the first movie was, wow, that was really good, better than the 1990s made for TV movie, stuff like that, which isn't that hard to do. Literally, the kid got his fucking arm eaten off, and I was like, okay, this is dope. Yeah. Second one, I came out and I immediately texted Jarod that I think that the movie was disappointing, and so that's overall, overall meh. That's how I felt about this whole movie the whole time. I'm watching it, and I'll stay out of spoilers. But
why hasn't the movie been out for like 3 weeks at this point? Since we
but like you need to see it. It's just like I'll spare the people.
Okay.
I'll probably get into spoilers just like nonchalantly, not even thinking about it as I go on this rant. So, the movie starts off fine. It starts off with two gay guys getting brutally murdered. All right. So, I wanted to make a joke right there, but I'm not going to do that. I was about to go, that's a plus, but it's two people getting murdered. So, people getting murdered in movies is always a plus. Am I right, Jarod? Jarod?
Yeah, bro, it totally is.
Yeah, so they get murdered. Pennywise kills the one, whatever. So movie starts off, and you see all the kids grown up doing their own fucking shit.
Well, if they're grown up, they're not kids.
No, I'm saying the kids that were from the first movie grown up. So
maybe you should clarify what you're talking about.
I'm letting you know right now.
Be respectful to our viewers.
I'm letting you know right now. I'm not taking your shit at all right now.
Then don't
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. My review. Shut the fuck up. You didn't see the movie. Let me do my review. So,
I didn't waste my time.
The kids, you see them growing up now. The loser squad, the club, not that club, but the loser club. So they get together because Mike, who is the Old Spice guy, says, hey, Pennywise is back after 27 years. You people need to come back. And they're all like, okay, cool, we're back now. And then the movie kind of just, it just gets bad after that. Like, so the whole midsection is the same thing repeated over and over again. So it is said person goes to said thing that meant something to them, and said person experiences Pennywise or does not experience Pennywise. And they get this artifact to do a sacrifice that's from the book, whatever. Okay. So the first time it happens, I was like, okay, this is all right. And then the second time happens, it's like, okay, whatever. And then the third time happens, you're like, wait, no, wait. And then the fourth time happens, you're like, no, it's been 30 minutes. Like, I want to see something different. And then the fifth one happens, you're like, what the fuck is happening right now? So Richie, who is played by in the first movie, the kid from Stranger Things, God, I can't remember his name. He plays Richie. And in this movie, he's played by Bill Hader, who's funny. When he goes to...
Didn't Richie get his arm bitten off?
No, that was Georgie, you fucking idiot. And that was Billy's brother.
Sorry, I care so much.
So what annoyed me is all these people are having all these things happen to them from Pennywise. Like Beverly, it happened in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. This weird naked lady chases her around the house. Okay, that's what happens. Yeah, she's old as fuck though. So like, saggy, everything. It's bad. Richie goes to an old arcade club and gets a token, and nothing happens to him. He just gets a bad memory. Also, let me clarify something. Okay, I don't know if this has happened in the books. I haven't read the book. I don't read books. Fuck books.
Clearly, yeah.
I read and sorry, you can't read. I mean, you could read a movie. I watch movies. I watch my media and entertainment. I'm just going to say this right now. They forced a huge plot line with Richie and Eddie. It felt super forced what happens. I'm going to talk about it later. I have to rant about it. But
yeah, clearly.
Anyways, so I forgot to mention God, what's it starts with an S. Yeah.
Stupid.
No, Stanley. He committed suicide. And because he was terrified of the idea of seeing Pennywise again or something like that. And in the end they tried twisting it like, oh, by me committing suicide, that was the only way you guys were gonna be able to connect. It's like, all right, shut the fuck up. So Pennywise is the main reason why we go to these movies.
Yeah.
And he's good in this. Like, he's not bad. Like, it's just, I've always wanted more. Like, the first movie, I was like, okay, I want more.
Yeah.
And this one felt me even wanting more. Like, it's just like, okay, like, I want longer.
Me wanting even more.
It made me want longer sequences than 2 minutes with him. I want his intensity to be drawn out in a longer scene. Whether that's him chasing somebody for a longer period of time or antagonizing kids. But he does get a couple kills that look cool. Well, actually, I think he gets 1 kill. No, he gets 2 kills. Yeah, ripped a little girl underneath the bleachers. That's all I'll say about that. That's all I remember about this movie besides the god-awful ending. So they all come together in the little Pennywise lair, and they're doing this fucking ritual from some fucking tribe from some fucking time long ago, okay? And they're putting all their shit, and Pennywise is like, ha, that doesn't work. Mike lied. He's wearing Old Spice right now, but he lied. And Mike's like, oh, I only lied to bring us all together and shit. And it's like, okay, I mean, whatever. And then Pennywise turns into half spider, half Pennywise and chases them. And they all go down separate hallways, and they all experience these different, like, they're not memories because they're in their worst fear. So like
hallucinations.
Yeah, Beverly, she's in a bathroom, which I mean, cool, I guess. It's a stall. Sorry, and blood is filling up the stall, and then fucking Ben, who used to be fat, and now I guess, I mean, I'm not gay, but the people in the movie were calling him hot. He was drowning in dirt. Billy was drowning in water. It's a lot of drowning. I just realized that. The other people I forget about because I just don't care. And then, Pennywise is like, hey, guess what? You can't fucking kill me. And then there's like, you know what? We can. And I do remember how they kill him. I don't remember how okay. I remember this. This is some bullshit. Okay. So this is some bullshit. Okay. So he kills Eddie. Okay. Eddie gets fucked. And Richie's like, oh no, Eddie, like me. So Eddie's dead, and they're like, you know what? You know how we defeat it? We belittle him by saying he's a stupid clown, and we keep yelling mean things at him. And he shrivels up, and they reach into his chest and smash his heart. Okay? So they defeated the evil clown that kills kids by bullying him.
So it sounds like what you're saying is I saved money by not going to see this garbage can.
What I'm saying is when I saw that, I was like, this is complete horseshit. So also another thing is, so Pennywise like isn't the actual creature. Pennywise is a projection from these three little orb alien things, okay? My whole thing is, if you destroy the heart of Pennywise, how does that affect the orbs that are only projecting Pennywise? How does that affect them? You're telling me they put their heart into Pennywise? Like, fuck off, okay? And then movie ends, and then Richie, and here's the plot line I felt like was so forced. He was, in the first movie, he was that kid picking, like not picking, but he was constantly making jokes about being in your mom and stuff. You know, the good jokes, right? And,
yeah.
And then at the end, they confirmed apparently that he's gay because he carves his name plus Eddie's name in there. And it just felt so forced. I'm okay with gay people being in the movie. Don't even come at me like that. But when it feels forced, it feels forced. That felt forced to me. For his character, I did not see him being gay. That's not... Bad. That's a bad, okay? I don't even know how to continue from that. There might be that one person out there that might possibly be hearing this for the first time. They're just going to, oh, that fucking dickhead. Yeah, well, you know what? Fuck you, kid.
Jesus Christ.
I'm okay with gay people being in the movie.
Let's sum it up.
Yeah, okay, I'll sum it up, yeah.
It Chapter 2 out of 10. Go.
Okay, so the first one was an 8.5.
That's not...
No. I have to clarify. First one was an 8.5. The second one is very disappointing and very much of a step down. The second act drags a lot. The characters are good, like they're perfectly casted. Pennywise, I wish there was more of, and the ending was garbage. So to me, that makes it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
That is a 65%. That is my rating of that.
Okay.
So right around Spider-Man
Homecoming.
Recommend
people go see it.
If you're taking your girlfriend and you want, if this is a popcorn movie, like this is just something like you don't care about story, you don't care about flow, you're gonna be really bored in the middle. But like, I think for a horror movie, it's still decent enough to spend your money to go see it, but it's nothing special like the first one was. And if it came down to, if my mom asked me to go see this movie again in theaters, I would say no.
Okay.
That's how I summarize it. So yes, if you haven't seen it, go see it. I think for Pennywise alone, it's worth seeing. Once the ending starts happening, you can just get up and leave.
All right.
So that's my Chapter 2 review. Now we go into the musical section.
All right. Let's hear it.
So once again, I would like to point this out. Jared, not respecting you people, hasn't listened to this album at all. But me, an intellectual.
I also didn't know it was released. So.
Okay, maybe. Post Malone, released his new album called Hollywood's Bleeding. And
That's fun.
Yeah, I listened to it when it first came out on my way home from work. And I was like, you know what, this album's not bad. And then, so like, as the days go on, you know, I'm still listening to these songs. And it's not as good as I thought it was first listen through. I mean, that happens with everything. So the standouts to me are the song Allergic, Take What You Want From Me. That's with Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott. Travis Scott has a really good feature on that. Obviously, Ozzy Osbourne, he's a rock legend, stuff like that. So, yeah. Internet's pretty good. After that, it's just kind of mediocre. The song Circles is very much like Plain Jane. It sounds like anybody could sing it. Hollywood's Bleeding is a decent song, and Saint Tropez is a song I hate. It has a good beat to it. I don't know why. I just don't like the way he's flowing on that record.
Yeah.
And honestly, like stuff like "Wow," I hate the song "Wow," not because it's a bad song, but because I hear it on the radio station at my work so much. I just don't. I dislike that song. "Sunflowers" on there, obviously that's a great song, but we've all heard that before, so that's not really a plus. The song
Yeah.
I know is okay. Other than that, it's really average and mediocre, and it's nothing like "Beer Bongs and Bentley," which was his previous album, which was really good. He doesn't have a Psycho on here. Like, there's no like smash hit on it. He doesn't. The rock vibe is cool and all. Oh, no, I'm Not Good at Goodbyes. That's also a decent song. The rock vibe's good and all for a lot of the songs, but again, like his pop rap songs that he's come out with are pretty bad. Die For Me is not a bad song. The one with Meek Mill's pretty bad. I think Meek Mill has a very weak feature on this. I listened to that and I was like, what the fuck is this, Meek? You're coming back after Drake ending your career and you're doing this. Like, what the fuck? I'm going to keep this one short just because I'm going to save all my energy for the Kanye review, the 27th when that comes out. But yeah, it's decent. I think there's a lot of songs in there people will enjoy. And there's a song in there for everyone. There's just a lot of songs on there that are for people who have bad taste.
Yeah.
So 7 out of 10.
Okay, cool.
7 out of 10.
With that out of the way, thank God, we're gonna move on to the the good part of the podcast tonight. I mean, that's whatever.
I mean, it's
and that's gonna be talking about Gears 5.
Yes.
Now, Damien and I both did a playthrough together. It was a little rough to start because of the servers being shit. But after we got through the servers being shit, it definitely it got a lot better for us. Pretty sure you posted almost all of your
by the time this
videos.
goes up, the whole series should be done.
Yeah. So
I
at this point, it's been well over a week, maybe almost 2. Has it been out for 2
It's
weeks?
been like a week and a half since we beat it.
Yeah, like a week and a half since we beat it.
We beat it 4 days in. It's a pretty long game.
Yeah, no, it was, well, we also didn't play very long each time, but it was a very good game. Had a lot of fun, and yeah, check it out on Damien's channel because it's pretty fun, pretty fun playthrough.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, all in all, it was a very fun game, and we're gonna go over what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, all that fun stuff. So, Damien, I'll let you start there.
So we'll start with campaign first, and then we'll move into multiplayer horde and
God.
escape.
Yeah.
So campaign, it's really different from Gears 4. Gears 4 didn't, when I started playing it, I didn't get, what's the word for it? I didn't get grabbed by the story that they were telling immediately. Like, this game, right out of the jump, I was immediately hooked on what they were selling. And I wanted to constantly play more and more and more. Gears 4, I didn't. I played that game and I was like, this is kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
And this is coming from somebody who loves Gears 3 and Gears 2. Gears 1, I think, still story-wise the worst of the 5 games that have come out so far.
Yeah, it was a hard one to keep up with.
Judgment, I don't even count. We're not even counting that game. So I would say this. Obviously, it's more Gears. Gunplay is great. The cover system is great. I wish you could turn faster when you're sprinting. That's been something I've always had a problem with Gears. I'm also playing on mouse and keyboard as well, so I switched from controller to mouse and keyboard. I thought Kate was going to be a problem going into this game. I thought I wasn't going to be. I thought I wasn't going to like her at all. And I actually really do enjoy her character, and Dell obviously being the standout. And we'll talk about Dell later on when we talk about decisions that were made. But yeah, Dell was the highlight of the game. Like, if he wasn't in the game would have been on a lower score than what we're about to put it on, or lower tier than what we're about to put it on. Jack's a good boy. Love Jack. And I'll always respect the game that puts Clayton Carmine in the game. Rest in peace, Izzy Carmine, who I think was in it for 3 missions, but she was cool. And I like JD's character development from 4 into 5.
Oh, absolutely.
So he starts off in the beginning of this. He's trying to prove that he's his hero. I mean, when your father's Marcus Phoenix, who's done everything, that's kind of hard a shadow to live in. Yeah. So Marcus is constantly telling him, stop trying to prove yourself. Just get the people out and save yourselves. Like, you don't need to prove yourselves. So JD's constantly doing that, and that leads him to getting hit by the hammer of dawn and his whole fucking arms in a mesh thing. But I really like his character development. And this game gives you a lot of downtime with Kate and Dell. And I didn't
Yeah.
realize it until I was watching the series back, but there's a lot of times we're just walking around, like, just listening to them talk about what's going on and how they're feeling. And I really enjoyed that. Just that further character development that Gears has always lacked in a sense.
Hmm.
Obviously, Marcus is fucking great. And the areas are very cool. So you start off in, like, isn't it a city? You start off in the city.
You
Um,
start off in one of the it's Settlement 2, which I think is where Gears 4 started.
yeah. The where the game I think goes to that upper echelon is when you get to the snowy biome or snowy area. Sorry, I've been playing Minecraft. Um, when it gets to the snowy area, the campaign just takes off. You get these unique missions. You get unique ways to kill people, like shooting ice, and they fall in and they freeze and they die. That helps for
Yep.
bigger enemies. The missions were just very cool. They were different. It's not like Destiny 1 where like you're constantly guarding things. It's unique. And the story that they were telling with Kate trying to get like the hallucinations out of her head was pretty cool. And I think what was also interesting was, so I was playing as Kate and Jared was playing as Dell, and I was seeing hallucinations, but Jared could not. And I think that's always cool to have in a game. So like you have a unique playthrough, so that
Yeah.
we're okay, Jared. Like, let's say you're not going to watch my series, but you still want to see those hallucinations. Now you have a reason to play as Kate and replay that whole story, which
Yeah.
I think is always something cool to do. That's why Man of Medan works so much, is because there's always these fresh new takes you can have on it.
Absolutely.
Um,
Well, it's like the there's a few times where you were like, "Oh shit," and I was like, "What?" And you're like, "Are you not seeing that?" And I'm like, "Do you mean the lights flickering?" And you're like, "Oh," and then you wouldn't answer me. And
yeah,
then later we get into where it's like I help Kate up, as Dell's helping Kate up on a ledge, and she gets up there, and Dell's like, "All right," and he like puts his arm up like every other scene where they like help each other mantle up, and he's like, hello, and I'm like, oh, someone must be having visions again. Then Jack, he like looks at Jack, goes, am I talking to myself? Like it's fun because you don't see that,
yeah.
but I did. But
And
yeah,
what was
it's
also
fun.
cool was I won't spoil who uh, ends up getting got at this certain point, but there's a point where we're getting attacked by the swarm, and obviously Kate's related to the queen from the previous games and stuff. And
Obviously.
yeah, obviously from the hallucinations, right? And so I'm shooting people, and then all of a sudden I'm getting these hallucinations, and I start controlling the swarm. So I'm shooting the swarm, but I realize I can't control myself from not shooting Jared. That's just a habit of mine. If I can shoot him, I'm going to shoot him. But like, I had that choice to kill them, and then so once my character would die, I would switch to another member of the swarm. I switched to a warden. I switched to all these people, and at the end, I kill one of our allies without being able to control it.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, as that's happening to me, Jared has no fucking clue. He's just shooting random things,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
like
am those things.
it's weird because it was like when Marcus gets taken in Gears 4, and you're like, oh, shoot the snatcher. So like I was like, oh fuck, shoot the snatcher, and then like the snatcher's gone, and I'm like, so did we lose? And then it didn't, did nothing happen, and I was like, oh shit, so I'm just gonna keep fighting. And like the way that he was talking, I thought he was playing as one of the settlement, like a or not AI, but like one of the settlement NPCs that just had a fucking rifle and was shooting at the swarm. So I thought he was like, oh shit, I'm killing these guys. I thought that's what he was doing. So I was helping kill people, and I'm falling back, and I'm like, oh fuck, there's so many coming. And I get down at one point, someone gets me up, whatever. And then he's like, I just hear him go, wait, no, what? And just that's the cutscenes happen, shit happens. We're not going to spoil it, but it was a very interesting experience because you get to see, like, you don't know what's happening, kind of like when we had our Man of Medan series that we did, and how there was parts where it's like, come on man, like I'm your friend, and to me I'm just seeing some creepy old monster. Like it's
Yeah.
very interesting to have that, especially in a Gears of War game.
Keep doing that. That's cool. That's interesting.
Fact. Do that in Halo. Oh dad.
Yeah, it depends on if we're Dude, I wonder if the co-op character in Halo is going to be Arbiter. Wouldn't that be great?
I don't think so. And until they release more information, I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be that Marine that we saw in the teaser,
Oh, that's fair. Um,
which would be an interesting take.
that would be, or maybe dual Master Chiefs. Clone them, two Master Chiefs. Just saying.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go back to Halo 1, why don't we?
Yeah. So, so what I was saying, so those cool moments really highlight where the Gears story is going, and
Yeah.
it's very. When I played Gears 4, I was like, okay, I'm not interested in this as I was in Gears 1, or Gears 2, or Gears 3, but this game has like, I'm ready for Gears 6. Like
Yeah, that's
Gears
one
4
thing.
didn't make me excited for Gears 5, but Gears 5 made me
Oh
excited
God.
for Gears 6. Right? Go ahead.
No, that's like first of all, I'd like to say that the ending of Gears 4, the second it ended, I went, motherfucker, now I need Gears 5 because it left on a cliffhanger.
Yep.
Which I mean, to me, I hate cliffhangers, especially when it comes to games because it takes so long to develop. But like when Gears 4 ended, I remember being in class in high school and I saw a picture or something came up and it was like, oh hey, like Gears 5 like super early release and it was the icy cog symbol and I was like, "Oh bro, I got to get that." So I was like all excited. So that like Gears 4 to 5 I was super excited. And like it's not often that I finish a game and I go, I need the next one right now. Like it's not often do I play a game. Like I've never played a Call of Duty and went, oh, can't wait for the next one. I've
That
not
hurts.
even Halo, my favorite series, like my favorite game ever, Halo. I've never finished a Halo game and I've gone, oh my god, like give me the next one, except for Halo 5. When Halo 5 ended, I'm like, are you shitting me? Give me a new one. And
That's fair.
that's a problem. I'm going to clarify why that's a problem. So Gears 5 ends, and I want Gears 6. Now, it was weird for me to want that because normally when a game ends and I want the next game, that makes me think that they did the campaign wrong. That makes me think that they shouldn't have left it where they left it. They should have had a different ending where I'm like, all right, cool. That was very fun. Now I'm going to play the multiplayer for a while. And when the next game comes out, I'll be excited. It'll be cool. And that's what they did with Halo. And that's why I loved Halo so much. You got Halo Reach. I mean, obviously not a cliffhanger. I loved the game. I was like, all right, let's keep playing this till the next one comes out. Halo 4 comes out. It was great. I was like, this is it. That's Halo's end. And then Halo 5 comes out. And I was like, oh, sweet, another Halo. And then Halo 5 ends. And I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Oh
Where is
shit.
Halo 6? That is the one thing I'm going to say why I think Halo 5 is one of the worst Halo games. Sorry, a little off topic here. But is
It's
because
fair
it
to call it
left
the worst.
it's one of the worst because
Besides
it
Halo
left.
3.
Yeah, no, Halo 5 was pretty bad, but because it leaves me wanting to know what happens next, and like that's not bad. I respect that, but how does Microsoft have a series of games where it goes from it's cool when if I don't want the next game, and all of a sudden it's bad that I do, to another series being Gears where it's a good thing. Or, I'm sorry, is a bad thing that I'm wanting more, and then it ends with me like a good thing that I want more. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
It shows the difference between Gears 5 being a great game and Halo 5 being an awful game. Like it's strange to me, but that's my comparison of why I think Gears was so good compared to other big Microsoft games. Um,
And here's the
but
main thing
anyway,
now.
getting what's
Here's
up
the main point of Gears 5. Gears 5 has made Gears the staple franchise of Xbox
for now.
until Halo proves itself again. They have taken the mantle of the premier Xbox franchise. Halo, if we talk anything before this, before Halo 5, obviously Halo 5 or Halo is that
Oh,
franchise.
absolutely. But
But
Halo 5 really put
as
it stalled it out.
as of right now, I have more faith in Gears 6 than I do Halo Infinite.
Oh, not at
Hopefully that
all.
changes. I mean, what we've seen of Halo Infinite's cool, but we haven't seen anything.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
So we'll see. I'm super excited for Halo Infinite. Don't get me wrong. I want to play
Yeah.
that game. But like, so Halo 4 I really liked. Halo 5 it's like, I didn't care for that at all when it comes to
Yeah.
the campaign. Multiplayer is fucking phenomenal. But as we transition now into Gears 5 multiplayer, and I think it's a blast. It gets highly annoying, more annoying than Halo or Call of Duty's multiplayer at times.
Yeah.
But it's so different.
Good.
It's so different. It's fun.
It's worth it.
Yeah, the maps are I would say are the low light of the multiplayer. There's
Hmm.
maybe 2 or 3 decent maps. Now I know they're
Yeah.
going to be remastering stuff, and so that would be cool. When it comes to Gears 3 multiplayer maps, which I think Gears 3 is still the best multiplayer when it comes to Gears of War. But Gears 5, very, very cool. I can play as a meal in the multiplayer. That's all I've ever wanted.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Reasons though.
multiplayer is cool, but I don't know. There's just always something. I can't play multiplayer for Gears for a while. I can play for the first few weeks, and then I put down my controller and I don't touch it until the next Gears comes out.
See, I'm not like that. I'm weird. Like, and that's continuing off of that. So multiplayer is good, yes. I've never been a Gears of War multiplayer fan. Like, it's good. I'll play it for a few matches, but I can't stay into it because you get these people who are like unreasonably good at the multiplayer. Like everyone's like kind of like like playing Gears like it's a campaign. And you got this one kid who's like he literally is never sitting still, and he's moving around constantly, and he's always getting shots, always killing you quicker than you know what to do. Even with a shotgun, he's super far away, and he'll one shot you. And like the only time he ever sits still is when he's in the back of the map where you don't see him. He snipes you. Like that, you can't keep playing Gears multiplayer for too long because you run into that, and
Yeah,
it's
wall
not worth it.
hoppers.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. That being said, one of my favorite things about Gears is the Horde mode. Now, I've only played Gears 2, 4, and 5's Horde. I never played Gears 3 Horde.
Yeah.
Um, Mainly because I played the campaign and I was like, all right, this is good, but I really don't want to play anything else with this game. Like it was a good game, but the story it was really only good for the story. Going into Gears 5's, I at first hated it because I thought what they did with Gears 4, before like the ending updates they had, like middle of its existence, I thought the Gears 4 Horde was phenomenal. I played it. I literally grinded it from being like a level 6 in Gears multiplayer up to being like a level 72. I just played it for days, like
Yeah.
weeks. Loved it. And like I didn't really have anyone to play with, but I still like I found a little community. It was great. Going into Gears 5, Horde mode was, like I said, at first really shitty. But once I got into it and learned it a little bit better, I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. And like as a meme, I played Jack in the Horde, and I came to
you,
find
you love
that
him.
is the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I literally said I will not play Horde if I'm not Jack. If I'm not Jack, I'm not playing Horde. And that's weird because I've always loved to play Horde for, running around trying to survive, shooting people, and like 4 I always played Scout or Soldier. Well, in this one it's like each character has their own class. So I was like, oh, this is stupid. I'm just gonna play Jack. And I'm
Yep.
like, well, I fucking love Jack. And it's a lot better than I expected it to be. It's weird that they've got like 7 or 8 difficulties instead of just 3 or 4 from Gears 4,
Yeah, you get
but it's very
modifiers
good.
for them.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I know we played with a buddy of ours who is like already been to level 100 like twice now. He's prestiged or whatever, and yeah, he's obsessed with it, which is fine because it's a good game. I get it. But yeah, we played with him and it was fun because he knew a lot about what he was doing. I know there was, I think you weren't there the one night, but we almost beat level 50 on like one of the really
Yeah.
hard difficulties. But it's a lot of fun. But
The only problem I've ever had with Horde is just
what's
the
that?
time commitment to it.
Oh, absolutely. Because you got
Like,
to play for like 2 or 3 hours,
yeah, that's the only problem I've ever
which I
had.
love, but
I mean,
it's
trust me,
hard.
I like that you have to put time into something to get that reward.
Yeah,
But at the
absolutely.
same time, it's just hard to put 2 to 3 hours into doing the same thing over and over again when it comes to certain aspects, right?
Yeah.
And also,
See,
like,
that's the thing is like if you get a certain map and a certain group of people, it's not fun. But if you get another map with another group of people, it's almost like doing a raid in Destiny. It's
no, I get you.
challenging, something different each wave, and it's nice.
Yep.
But it's like you said, it's like it's hard because you don't get that perfect scenario each time.
Yep. Um, so I guess we'll round it out with. See, I like to do a percentage rating on
Hold on.
games. No,
Hold
no, no,
on.
I know. I'm wrapping into Escape. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah.
I just want to say for games wise, I want to do percentages. So like
Yeah.
70%, 85%. I just feel like
That's fine.
that fits it better in that mold.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
so we'll talk about Escape now. It's the new premier game mode. So it's the 4th game mode that they want you to play a lot
Yeah.
of. So I've played this game mode already 7 times. I've beat it
What?
5 times. I yeah, so I beat it 5 times.
Fuck you.
So I will
asked you
explain.
to play that shit with me multiple times. You're like, oh, I don't really want to. It doesn't look very fun. No,
So I
it's
will
okay.
say
I'm not
this.
gonna play it at
I
all.
will say this.
Fuck yourself.
The only reason why I played it was because Cody wanted to play it, and he was like, let's just,
Fuck
because Cody's never played it,
you.
and he's like, let's just
It's
play
a
it.
3-person game mode. You couldn't text me to tell me you guys were gonna play. You fucking.
You were actually, I believe, at work or something. Like you were doing something. So what me and Cody do?
I'm glad you have to go back to the store.
Yeah.
Asshole.
So what me and Cody did was, you start off, you have a pistol, you have to go pick up your weapons, whatever. And you have a time limit, you have to get out fast. So I put it on the hardest difficulty. That shit is mad easy to run halfway through. I was literally just holding shift down till about halfway through the escape map, and then I start shooting shit, and then I'm out in like 5 minutes. Like, it's super easy.
Did you play as the black guy?
That's racist. No, I play as Emil.
Oh, you can pick any character?
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid. I thought you could only play as the freaking 3 characters they had. I don't remember their names. There was the dude with the ponytail, the girl, and the black guy with the freaking awesome mutton chops.
It's POC. It's person of color.
Shut up, okay? You know I love playing as like the black dudes, like Coach from Left 4 Dead.
Coltrane.
Coltrane. Oh god, yes.
So
that's why I asked, because I was gonna be very offended.
Yeah, so that's the whole premise of it. You're just escaping this toxic poison you're planting into the nest. And like I said, I've played it 7 times. I've beat it 5 times. It's cool. There's a map creator that people can do, so I haven't tried any of those. Which me and Jared will probably try eventually.
Will we?
Yeah, probably not. I'll probably play with Cody.
Plays the raid without me.
So here's my take on Escape. It's fun the first like 3 or 4 games. It's not something I'm ever gonna play. Okay, like I'll play it like, I don't know, maybe once or twice a month. But after you play it once and you die, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna go play multiplayer or Horde. Like, you just get better experiences out of that.
Yeah, so here's my take on Escape. It looks fucking cool, but I'll never fucking know because I have piece of shit friends apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall 10 out of 10 looks fun. Never gonna find out for myself though.
Yep.
Experience for me, guys.
Yep. Don't worry, we will. So now's the drum roll. Hold on. I don't know if people can hear that, but I just drum rolled with my fingers.
Yeah, I heard it. It sounded stupid.
Okay, fuck you. Jared, on a scale of 0% to 100%, Gears of War 5, what do you give it?
Am I just giving a flat number, or am I comparing it to other games here? Because I don't know what I'm basing off of. Like out of all games ever?
You're overthinking this. You're overthinking this.
There are 2 numbers in my head, Damien.
There's 2? Give me both your numbers.
Out of all the Gears games, or out of all of games ever?
Just all of games ever. Like, it's just a general.
Okay, out of all of the games ever, I would say it earns a very solid 88%.
Okay.
Out of all the Gears games, I would say it earns a very, very respectable 100%.
Okay. So I'll do 2 ratings then. So out of every Gears game, it is still the second best Gears to me.
Okay, that's not a percentage. You literally broke your own rule.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. So Gears of War 3 to me is 100%. Gears 5. Don't you fucking laugh at me. Don't you laugh at me. Gears 5 is a cool 93%. And in general, overall, okay, if I'm comparing this to games like The Witcher and stuff like that, Gears 5 is a solid 84%.
Okay, fair.
So it's a B tier actual game. It's the best Microsoft exclusive since Halo 4. That's fair to say. Right? That's fair to say. I mean, it's better than State of Decay 2. It's better than Sea of Thieves. It's better than Halo 5. That's fair to say.
I'd say, as much as I love State of Decay 2, I would say it is ahead of that. Because I think State of Decay 2 was one of the better Microsoft
It's underrated.
Games, you're right.
It's underrated.
State of Decay 2 is,
yeah. Like, they updated the shit out of that game. Like, if you haven't played State of Decay 2.
They brought back the original map, which I still need to play.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. Go play it. It's on. I don't think it's on PC Game Pass yet. It might be. I don't know.
It is. I have it.
Oh, well, sick. I might play that eventually. So, I played with you originally, and I played with Cody, but
more with Cody.
Yeah. So the show's coming to an ending. So we would like to talk about the content that's coming forward, whether that's on my YouTube channel, Jared's YouTube channel, whatever's happening. So I would like to, talk about my YouTube channel first. And so I'm going to have Call of Duty content first. Not first, coming out this week and the next week. The beta's coming. And then I'm going to fill in the gaps with some more movie-related videos, like my Blade Runner video that's on my YouTube channel that I spent so much time on that. Please go watch that and like it or share it, please. Like, I worked very hard on that. I know it's not perfect. I know it's not perfect, but that is my favorite video I've still made to this day, and I've already made like 40 videos. I know it's not saying much, but still. So I'm going to be making more videos like that, kind of deep dives into movies. I'm going to be doing some Borderlands content with Jared. Jared's level 32. I'm level 30, so I have to fix that later on.
Okay, let us just say it is his fault that he is lower. Okay, I didn't play on without him. It wasn't anything like that. He was worried because a bunch of people were losing their characters to the cloud, that when he loaded up the game, he chose to click on the hard save.
It gave me an option. No,
instead of loading up the cloud,
I had to choose
a level. Okay?
I had to choose.
I also had to choose, and I chose the cloud. Because it says it's newer, higher level. Obviously, that's a smart thing to do since it was updated. Like you told me not to reset my.
Yeah, I didn't know it was updated until after I did it.
You made the mistake. Now that's okay. People make mistakes, but do not. And do not get pissy next time we play Borderlands because you were all mad and want to stop playing. All right, no.
Anyways, so
we'll level you up.
I'll be putting some Borderlands content out there. October 1st is big because Destiny is here, and we'll be playing a ton of Destiny. We'll be talking about it, reviewing it on here, stuff like that. Joker movie comes out next month. We'll have reviews for that. Call of Duty comes out the 25th, I think. Yep. So we'll have reviews for that as well.
I feel like it's 26th, but maybe it's 25th.
It's the whatever 20s. So there's a lot of content coming. There's a lot of reviews that are happening. Jared's YouTube channel is still being worked on, I think. So that's coming soon.
It is. It's a lot closer than it was before.
Yes. And don't forget, starting this week, you could go to my channel and eventually Jared's channel as well. And the podcast will be uploaded on YouTube.
And hopefully sometime in the future, maybe sometime next year, we're going to actually get a separate channel for the podcast itself.
But as of right now, it's going on my channel as well. So if you listen on SoundCloud, which is I know where a lot of our listeners are, don't worry, you don't have to go anywhere. But if you want to, you can go listen over on YouTube and see our little icons blink.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so we also have an outro, like I said earlier, made by Connor, again, associate of mine. Thanks for that, again, really good work. And so yeah, we're going to constantly be bringing more content out to you. So Jared, any last words?
Yeah, I just want to comment on the Borderlands thing. So, Damien and I want to say collectively, because at first it was mainly Damien's idea, but then I kind of started thinking into it like, yeah, no, that's actually, I like this. We didn't record us playing it from start. We are going to pick up playing after we beat the whole storyline, doing side missions and leveling our characters up to the max level, and pretty much just exploring the game as much as possible so we can learn as much as possible about the game. Personally, I want to find all the Typhon de Leon, because that's cool. That wasn't a thing that was in Borderlands Borderlands 2, as far as I know. That's cool. I want to explore that. However, if you guys want to see us play from level 1 characters, let us know. Tweet us, comment, whatever. Like, just get a hold of us. Let us know somehow, because I wouldn't mind playing through again as the other characters.
And I just feel Borderlands,
they look cool.
Borderlands, the game, is a totally different game once you beat the story. There's so much more to do after that.
Absolutely.
So I just personally felt like, I don't want to record the level up process and the story. Everyone's going to play the story. Everyone's playing this game. Everyone's watching it on different people's Twitch streamers. I just wanted to enjoy the campaign for what it is, or we wanted to enjoy the campaign for what it is. And we'll pick up once we're done. We're about chapter 18, so we have about 4 more to go. But
we're almost there. I'm super excited.
Like I said, we're in the 30s for level, and that's right around when the story ends. I think around level 35, 36. So, yeah, guys.
Yeah.
That has been... Oh.
I just have one little last thing
Yeah.
that I'm planning on doing for my channel. Again, I don't know an official release date. I'm still working on some stuff, but one thing that I figured out, and I'm definitely doing, and I don't know if Damien's going to record any of this as well. We've talked about it, but I've gone through the past week, and I've been doing a lot with learning more about Minecraft, Minecraft, and modding Minecraft, getting a server, that kind of stuff. We've looked into that stuff. I've also been looking in how to mod other games. So if there's anything that we play or you want to see us play that can be modded or has mods, let us know. Because I've been like looking at it a lot more just out of the interest of trying it since I finally have this PC. So eventually, when my channel does get up and running, I am going to be doing that kind of stuff. So let us know what you want to see.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for listening. Make sure to listen to that outro. You're a fake fan. Go support us. That's what the outro is going to be about. And thanks for listening to the Conversation Colons podcast.
Yep.
And that's another episode for us, guys. Thank you for listening. Please make sure to comment, subscribe, follow, like, whatever. If you're on SoundCloud, it's follow, like. If you're on Spotify, you just add to your playlist, like, follow, whatever. iTunes, please leave us a review. And on YouTube, please like, comment, and share, and then subscribe to my channel, eventually Jared's channel when that comes out.
And if you guys want to follow us on social media, our Twitter handles will be linked in the description.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening.